We are going to do number 2 from that mixed problems worksheet, which is in Unit 7 on Google Classroom. And it says a store is selling all jazz CDs and it's selling classical CDs. So this sounds like a unit value problem. So unit value, how much is 1 unit worth? What's the value of 1 unit? And then we have our quantity. And then we have our total value column. And I'll just do J for jazz CDs and C for classical. So I like the idea of writing everything out. Jazz, classical. And if you need a little help, here's unit value, quantity, total value. That's as good as it gets, kids. Okay, so jazz CDs. I'm just looking at the problem. A store is selling jazz CDs for $10. Each one is worth 10, each unit. Classical CDs are $12. I don't know how many she bought. I can put X for jazz and Y for classical. I could have done J and C. That would have been easier. Whoopsies. We multiply across to get total value. So 10 times X is 10X, and 12 times Y is 12Y. So let's think about she spends $20 more on jazz CDs than classical CDs. Well, hold on. She spends more on jazz than classical. So jazz is the bigger one because she spent more on jazz. So classical plus 20 equals jazz. So let's think about this. Classical 12Y plus 20 equals the jazz, or 10x equals 12y plus 20. It doesn't matter which one's on the left or the right of the equal sign. But let's see, she spends 20 more on classical than jazz. So this looks good. So that's like our number 1 equation. Our number 2 equation is super easy because it says she spent a total of $140. So a total of 140. These two together add up to 140. So let's see, 10x. I hate the way I did this. I should have written it differently. Sorry, but that's okay. 10x plus 12y equals $140. You know what? Look at this. Let's be strategic. I see a 12y. I see a 10x. Look at this. 10x equals 12y plus 20. We can substitute this in when we see this 10x. We can just say, oh, they're equal. So let me actually rewrite 10x as 12y plus 20. That's what that first equation says. Plus, bring down everything else from the second equation. 12y equals 140. And then we just solve. Let's see, 12y plus 12y is 24y plus 20 equals 140. We subtract 20 from both sides. We have 24y equals 120. And then we're going to divide by 24. I can't do this. You know what? I can simplify. So 120 and 24, 12 goes into both of them. So I'm going to divide top and bottom by 12 to reduce. And that gives me 10 over 2. Oh yeah, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So y equals 5. What did I just answer? Let me look at the question. How many CDs of each did she buy? Y is classical. So really, I solved for y, but my full answer is she bought 5 classicals. And then let's plug it back into either of these equations, equation 1 or 2. Let's do this one. Pick an equation. Why is it so hard to pick an equation? Okay, so we take the y and we plug it in. 12 times y, I'm going to actually use this equation. So 12 times y plus 20 equals 10x. Okay, sorry, let me put it on the paper. So therefore, what's 12 times 5? 60. 60 plus 20 equals 10x. Well, 60 plus 20 is 80. 80 is equal to 10x. And you divide both sides by 10, and you get x equals 8. Okay, so her jazz collection has now increased by 8 CDs. Who buys CDs anymore? But that's 5 classical CDs, and 8 jazz CDs. Oh, we did it. Number 2, mixed problems.